Hi, everybody. My name is Nelson, and I am the president of Symphony for Seniors Broward. I first want to thank all of you for coming out here today. I know your time is valuable, and we're so happy that you could spend part of your day with us, and thank you all. So if you don't know about Symphonies for Seniors, we are a student-run, student-led organization that helps to bring the youth and the seniors of our community together through music. Because we all know how powerful, how inspirational music can be in our lives, right? So yeah, we go across senior homes all across Broward County, and we play for audiences just like yourselves. But it's no less special every time, because every time we do it, we're all reminded of how much joy it brings all of us. So thank you all. And right before we get started, we also have a very special guest with all of us today, Mayor Soto of the city of Plantation. We're very honored to have him here today, and if you would like to say a few words, Mayor?
Yeah. Here's what's impressive, okay? I'm coming up to speak, and I got a sheet of paper. You should get an A in speech. I mean it. Don't you love it when kids can get up, express themselves, keep their head up, and communicate something to you? That's fantastic. So nice stuff.
Thank you.
Just wait till I'm done being mayor before you run. Okay, don't run against me. So, hey, delighted to be here. It's Happy Father's Day and for everybody. I think about my dad. My dad was a basketball coach, and I still read some of his books. He would get me up, and he would read ways to motivate the players to play better, right, and all that. And the first thing he taught me was he never used I. He uses the word we. And I caught Andy here talking about his group. And this group, it's we. They don't have to pee, but that's we, you know. So I thought about, I listed the basketball values, and I compared them to the values these kids here have, right? Okay? All right, number one, support each other, right? You all do that? For the most part, support each other, right? Communicate. So you let each other know what you're doing. But the other part is you have to tell each other the truth. Yeah. Right. And you have to tell each other the truth, meaning if you did something that wasn't so good, you have to be honest, right? It'd be nice if you did it with a smile on your face, but either way, you have to know that they're honest, and they have to know that you're, telling the truth. And with that goes trust, right? And this is my dad, the basketball coach. He had the same principles when he coaches his team, and you can see how that's the same. Trust. We have to trust. If I'm going to go guard this guy's going to help. You have to trust if they're playing a duet. One's at the right volume, one's not, right? And two more is caring. Obviously, you care for each other. And the big one, I think, is pride, right? Yeah. You have pride in yourselves, and more importantly, you have pride in the group. You have pride. This group started, his sister was president first, right?
Yes.
Was that first ever president?
Yes.
So they're continuing this, and you're doing this because you're very proud of the group, right? So and I think the same goes here for you all, for the people who take care of you. Those principles, right? They're proud. They're proud you live here. They're proud to work here. Who works? Anybody work here? So, yes. You got to trust each other and you care, right? Those are good traits and values to have. Whatever you do, this whole thing is kind of universal, isn't it? So it's a great day, and if I shut up, you're going to hear good music. So enjoy.
Thank you all. Now let's introduce our MCs who will introduce today's program.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Symphonies for Seniors. We're so happy to be here with you this afternoon. Today, you'll hear piano, flute, violin, and more from our talented young musicians.
As some of you may know, the FIFA World Cup is going on right now. I've been collecting these World Cup stickers.
Wait a second, you're still collecting stickers?
Of course, why not?
How many do you have?
Not enough. I'm still trying to complete that album.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Maybe, but it's fun. And one of the best parts is sharing it with other people.
That actually sounds a lot like music. You're right, music is something we share too.
Exactly. Whether it's collecting stickers, cheering for a team, or making music together, it's all about bringing people together.
And that's exactly why we're here today. We're excited to share some of our favorite music with you.
Thank you for joining us. Let's begin our concert. Please welcome our first performer, David Xiao.
All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is David Xiao, and this is
Orion Mendenall.
yeah. And we will be starting off with Csárdás by Vittorio Monti. next piece will be Thaïs Meditation by none other than Jules Massenet. Hope you all enjoy.
That was nice.
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you. so much.
Wow, you made that look effortless. Next up is Grace playing Archi Celesti by Tom Gerou and Sonatina in F by Ludwig van Beethoven. Spectacular.
Now we have one of our MCs, Alex Stowe,
He will be playing Shooting Star.
by Tom Gerou on the piano.
I think I did pretty good. But next up, we have Nelson Shi, our president, playing Elegie Opus 3 No. 1 by Sergei Rachmaninoff.
she's the president. Next up is Olivia Liu. She's from New Jersey. She's doing summer research here, but she still wants to support the community. She'll be playing Fantasia in A minor by Georg Philipp Telemann on the flute.
Thank you very much. I got lost.
Is anyone here from Jersey? Hey!
Wow, that was just like a fantasy. Next, we have the one and only MC, Nathan Chen, playing Invention No. 1 by Johann Sebastian Bach, and Let It Rain by Sam Müller.
played did like pretty good. I don't know who just played though. I look kind of familiar. The spotlight will now go to Ethan Gore, who will be playing Allegro non troppo, Opus 53, number 2 by Mendelssohn on the piano.
was so elegant. And now, welcoming to the stage again is David Xiao and Orion Mendenall playing Blues from Violin Sonata No. 2 in G major, second movement by Morris Ravel.
Thank you. All right, I hope you all are enjoying this afternoon so far. Yeah. Now, a little something about this piece is that Ravel, he's a French composer, and he's definitely well versed inside the French style of music making, along with his own tonal system of polytonality. If you don't know what that is, can you play an A flat major chord? And then I have a G major chord, and we play it together. And you see that played at the beginning, so that's what polytonality is. Two chords with a different root played at the same time. But nevertheless, while he stayed true to his own voice, he also incorporated the elements of American jazz, especially the format of blues. Sometimes when you hear the violins have like glissandos and even the swings, those are all resonating the style of, the blues tradition. And the thing is, other than Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin, this piece is another one of those instances where jazz starts to see its birth inside the grand concert halls. So I hope you all enjoy this movement. And yeah, let's get started. Let's do it. Let's do it. And that, my friend, is Maurice Ravel.
That was quite an interesting piece. I've never heard anything like that before.
Now welcome Alice Wang playing Sonatina in G major, Opus 55, number 1, Allegretto by Frederick Kuhlau.
Wow, that was marvelous. But now, another one of our hosts, Owen Shi, will be playing Nocturne number 6 in A minor by Dennis Alexander and Wizard Fantasy by Mary Leaf on the piano. That was amazing. But Owen isn't done yet because Alex Doan will be joining him to play piano duet. They'll be playing Valse Sentimentale Adieu by Catherine Rowland on the piano.
I think we played pretty good, right? Now we have Alex Zhang playing Nocturne in E flat major, Opus 9, number 1 by Frédéric Chopin.
a song, huh? And next up, we have David Xiao playing violin concerto in D major, Opus 35, first movement, exposition only by Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky.
Hello, everyone. It's been a really long while since I've seen you guys. Let me see. Let me count. Wait, that was probably only like 10 minutes, 10, 20 minutes ago? Yeah, I don't know where he went. Anyways, so speaking of long things, I'm gonna play the Tchaikovsky concerto. This is one of the big concertos written for the violin. So there's Tchaikovsky, there's the Brahms concerto, and then there's the Sibelius concerto. Maybe I'll put Bartok up there, so maybe 4. But yeah, this is one of the big ones. Yeah. And this is also fairly new, so I hope I do a good job. Hopefully no slip-ups.
Oh, you will.
Yeah, my professor will be watching it. Let's just say, if I do mess up, there's
There'll
gonna
be a test afterwards.
There'll be a test afterwards. Yes. All right. And obviously, we've been having a little bit of attendance issues. The orchestra decided not to show up.
You're not. This was incident.
And the orchestra, well, they play too quiet, so. Thank you so much. I'm glad you all enjoyed.
Wow, that sounded so good. Next up is Jerry Chow, who will be playing Maple Leaf Rag by Scott Joplin.
Okay, everybody, thank you for coming to our concert. We have one last song for everybody, and I think some of you may know it. It's Moon River by Henry Massenet. And so we would like to invite everybody on here, guys. And Mayor, if you would like to join as well for the sing-along.
Oh, you get to do that, right? You get to do all your things, right?
Thank you.
please stand in front.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for coming. Everybody here, please stand.